Okay, let's get started. First, I'm going to share the introductory slideshow. Let's see. Oh, wait. I have to get this. First things first. Okay. Good. Okay. All right. Well, this is not working out well. Let's see. Okay, now it's working. Okay, let's see. Welcome to Raising Happy Kids Zoom show, episode 50. Sharing the one rule to raising happy kids. During this 1-hour Zoom show, I focus on sharing tips and lessons on the one rule to raising happy kids. Each episode has at least one example of the one rule in action, demonstrating how it helps you raise a happy child. Then, when we have guests, we have Q&A and discussion. When I talk about raising happy kids or creating harmony with kids, I bring up the one rule. The one rule equals agreement. Agreement equals harmony. Using the one rule means you find agreement. That's the rule. You find a solution that everyone likes. You found agreement. You found harmony. Knowing and following the one rule is all you really need to create harmony between you and your kids. In any situation where there are differences that might lead to conflict between you and your kids, use the one rule. I learned this strategy from 3-year-old children. I was teaching them a complex conflict resolution strategy, actually intended for adults, and they taught me this. So don't think you're in for a rough time. It's simple, it's easy, it's powerful and effective. It works if you use it. The one rule: start strong. You have decided that you really want harmony with your child. That sounds so good, right? Everyone feeling good and getting along. You have decided that you do not want to make your child do what they do not want to do. And you do not want to do what you do not want to do. And you are going to make this work. You have decided that you want to use the one rule to make this happen. This is going to become your new habit. You remember that when you use the one rule, you are sharing the following messages with your kids. I want us all to be happy. We are each important. Together we can solve our problems. I believe in you. I love you. To create this new habit, you are going to start with yourself and what you want. You decide that you are going to let how you feel about a situation determine whether you agree with it or not. If it feels good, then you can agree with it. If not, you cannot. Ask yourself, is this situation okay with me just as it is? If yes, good. If no, what would have to change, be different, so that I could feel good about it? Maybe several versions of this situation would feel fine with you, maybe only one. This exercise, this practice, helps you make a habit of following the one rule. No matter what age your kids are, this exercise helps ensure a strong start and makes following the one rule so much easier. Here is something that might make following the one rule even easier. Recently, I asked myself a question. What do I want people to feel when they are connecting with my work? I definitely want them to feel good about themselves. Then the following answer appeared to my surprise and delight. I want people to realize that they are already using the one rule. That understanding surprised me, and as more and more of it was revealed to me, it delighted me. Of course, people are already using the one rule. I am not teaching them anything they don't know. I'm not teaching them anything strange to them. I'm just helping them expand their use of something they use daily without thinking about it. They use it. You use it. Every time you come to a decision inside of yourself, you're using the one rule. Most likely you had to consider several options or possibilities to reach that decision. Even if it just took you a few seconds for you to agree with yourself, that is what I want. You also use the one rule whenever you agree with someone else. Together you come to a decision, an agreement. Yes, tomorrow I'll go to the auto parts store after I get my nails done. Even with your kids, you are using the one rule. You are coming to agreements. Think about it, of course you are. You are just not thinking of it as a rule, as something required. So at times you are not coming to agreement. I'm here to help you think of coming to agreement as required, as a rule, as the one rule. You just expand the situations where you come to agreement until coming to agreement is just what you do and your kids do. It is the rule you and your kids follow. When you use the one rule, you are creating harmony. Your kids are creating harmony. You are becoming used to creating harmony, familiar with how good it feels to everyone involved. One point to be clear on is that even if a situation seems complicated and it seems that it is impossible to find a solution that everyone involved can feel good about, it is still possible. The important thing to remember is that there is a way for things to work so that everyone involved gets to feel good. Keep that in mind. This has been my experience whenever I have made this effort. When you actually start working with your kids using the one rule, helping them follow their interests is one of the easiest ways for you to start. You can understand that, right? It is also one of the most beneficial things you can do for your kids. Why is it good for your kids to do what interests them? One primary reason is that their interest is a key to helping them become the best versions of themselves that they can become. When we do what interests us, we are very engaged and focused. Think about doing something that interests you. When we are engaged and focused, what we do and produce tends to be of much better quality than if we were not interested. Interest helps result in excellence. An even more important result of being engaged and focused is that our whole being is involved in what interests us. That is why we are engaged and focused. We are experiencing harmony, inner harmony. That is a good reason to allow and encourage our kids to do what they're interested in doing. I have observed children doing what really interests them, and they become peaceful, harmonious people, even if they were not before. Now, it does not mean that everything that interests our kids is going to always interest them. They may be interested for 10 minutes, or 10 hours, or 10 days, or 10 years, or even a lifetime. The point is following their interests, not the specific thing or experience that interests them. So if they ask for your help, please help your kids follow their interests. If for any reason you really do not want to do what they are asking you to do, that is a perfect time to use the one rule. Another reason for helping your kids follow their interests is one that is taking care of you too. When they are eager to do something instead of resisting doing it, you do not have to encourage them to do it or insist that they do it, let alone force them to do it. Think of how much of your time and energy could be available for you to use as you wish. Helping them follow their interest is actually the one rule in action, taking care of you and your kids. I am glad you're here. All right, that's the end of the introduction. I wanted to share something that came into my life over the weekend. A friend shared a song with me, and there was one line in that song which to me describes what's happening with the one rule really perfectly. And this song was from a long, long time ago. So, and the sentence, it was, the song was about a mom talking with her son. It was kind of a BNR song, blue, not really blues, BNR, I guess. And she was wanting to give him some good advice, I would say. And one of the lines in the song was, right doesn't wrong anybody. She was wanting him to do what's right, not what's wrong. And I'd never heard it expressed that way, but I think it is an excellent way of making a good choice about what you're going to do or not do. That to remember, right doesn't wrong anybody. Anyway, okay. So I'm going to go into another screen share. And let's see which one. Okay. Oh, here it is. Oh, it says it's paused. Screen share is paused. Why is that? Okay, let's resume share. Okay. I do not know why this is happening. Okay, I'm going to start a new share. We'll stop that one. Start this one, maybe because I wasn't sure where to go. Okay, there and there. Why is it paused? Something is not going right here. Let's see if this will work. It said to start a new one. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna try resuming again. I don't know. I've not had this trouble before, so I'm not really sure how to deal with it. Okay, I don't understand. All right. This is something I wanted to share last week, but there wasn't time. Well, maybe I'll do this. Oh, but that's screen share too. So let's see. Let's try it. Wow. It keeps pausing. I do not understand this. Okay, I'm going to get out of here. This is the problem, I think. Okay. There, I'm gonna try again. Okay, let's see. There was a window open, which I didn't realize, and I closed it, so maybe it will work now. Okay, they're saying, let's see. Oh no, it's doing that again. Let's see if it'll work now. Huh. Very interesting. Well, this is a new situation. Um, I do not know how to deal with this new situation, but I will do the best I can. Let's see if this will work. Why is this? Uh, hmm. I know it would be good if I were keeping talking here. Let's see if this will work. Ah, it's working. Wow. And I don't even know how or why. Okay. This is what I was going to share last time. I haven't shared this story for a long time. It seems really appropriate. So, the story I'm about to tell you is a slightly different approach to finding harmony than I usually focus on. Today, the focus is on kids. Oh no, this is not what I was going to share yet. Well, but maybe it's what wants to be shared. But I did share this recently. Um, This is me finding harmony with my Zoom show. Okay. Today, the focus is on kids finding harmony with adults. We also look at a different aspect of the one rule. The one rule still helps them find harmony. Let's see. Well, it's going. Okay. Kathy, my mom wants me to come to the next parent-teacher-student association meeting and tell them about the idea for the fundraiser. She thinks it is a great idea, but wants me to explain it to everyone. I'm feeling very nervous. I'm not used to talking with groups of adults, said Jenny. You'll do great, Jen, said Pam. The girls had stopped by to talk with Kathy. She was their one rule coach, after all. And since she was an adult, I paused because I was thinking I would want to try what I planned originally, which was a story that started this whole guardian thing and gave a kind of a demo of something I'm focusing on right now, which is actually using the one rule in practice situations, so that when actual situations come up, it's familiar and easy. So this is something that I am turning my attention to, in terms of promoting the one rule, sharing it with everyone so everybody gets to have a good time, and as much as possible. And so I wanted to start with that. Now, this does have demonstrations of the one rule in action, and maybe I can use it that way, and just tell you, I'll be telling you a bit more than just the story, so that it's all clear. Okay, let's give it a try, since this is what is appearing, and what I wanted doesn't seem to be appearing. So and the other reason I wanted the other story is I watched a movie on a young boy who was being bullied by another child, and that story deals with that situation. Not the same situation, of course, but a similar situation. Anyway, okay, but we're going to do this one. And since she was an adult, they figured she'd have some helpful ideas, so Jenny could feel confident sharing the fundraiser idea with all those adults. Jenny's mom said there'd be at least 15 people, including parents and teachers. I'm especially worried about talking to teachers. I've been pretty lucky and had friendly teachers, but they're not all like that. I hope there are only friendly teachers and parents at the meeting, said Jenny. They were all sitting on the porch, Kathy, Timmy, Jenny, and Pam. This was not a regular meeting day when all the guardians would be there. Pam and Jenny were just walking Timmy home. They hoped it would be a good time to talk with Kathy. Now, the story I was going to share with you is how the Guardians got started, and all of these people were involved. And that's where the one rule got introduced also to this series of stories. It was, well, I certainly understand what you're talking about, Jenny. I sometimes have to deal with very rude people in the restaurant. I always remember the one rule, said Kathy. The one rule, said Pam. What does the one rule have to do with talking with rude adults? They are not going to even try to be agreeable. You might be right about that, but there is something you don't know about the one rule and about rude adults. I've never explained how we learn to use the one rule with 2-year-olds, said Kathy. 2-year-olds, interrupted Pam. I don't get it. What do they have to do with grumpy adults? I'll explain, said Kathy, because they actually have a lot to do with each other. When we are using the one rule with 2-year-olds, we have to do most of the work. We have to try to agree with the 2-year-old, and if we can't, we have to help them choose something we like, before the 2-year-old is determined to get or do something we don't want. Rude adults are kind of like 2-year-olds. We have to do most of the work, trying to agree with what they want. Just like 2-year-olds, they don't know how to even want to find agreement. We are the examples of the one rule in action to both of those groups, 2-year-olds and grumpy adults. I do get it, exclaimed Pam. They get to see how good it feels to have someone see their side of things and consider what they want is important. Oh, I get it. I get it too. I can just think of any grumpy adult as a 2-year-old who doesn't know better and be an example of a caring person to them, said Jenny. Yes, said Kathy. And the other thing is that probably when these adults were small, people did not treat them kindly, and that's why they developed the habit of being rude or whatever. Maybe using the one rule this way might help them feel better about life and other people. At least that's what's in my mind. When is your meeting, Jenny? I think it's next Thursday. At least that's what my mom thinks. She's going to find out for sure. Well, at our next Guardians meeting, let's act out talking with adults, said Kathy. I was thinking the same thing, said Pam. Me too, said Jenny. We'll do it, said Kathy. I'll explain to everyone what I explained to you, and then we'll do our practice. It feels like building a bridge between people. It feels expansive. It's what Ken did when he reached out to Jeff and invited him to be a guardian, said Pam. Yes, said Jenny, and that has worked out great. I feel better already, and I'm sure I'll feel great by the time of the meeting. I'm sure you will, Jenny, said Kathy. You're an awesome coach, Kathy, said Pam. Well, we'd better go. Bye, Kathy. Bye, Timmy. A few days later, the guardians were all gathered at Kathy's and Timmy's. Jenny told them about her upcoming meeting with the PTSA. Everyone was very excited about this. Pam explained how they decided to talk with Kathy about creating harmony with adults, even rude, grumpy adults. Everyone agreed that that was a problem sometimes. Then Kathy explained what she had told Jenny and Pam and Timmy about using the one rule with 2-year-olds and rude adults. She also explained that they had decided that if everyone felt good about it, this day they would practice finding harmonious solutions when dealing with adults. She said she'd been thinking about this since they met a few days ago. She knows that we can all understand that adults who are not feeling happy and friendly are feeling bad inside of themselves. Some of these adults have been feeling bad for a long time. That's why they are rude or mean. Right, said Jeff. Everyone knew he spoke from experience. Jeff gets introduced in that story that didn't want to get started here today. And another one. People who feel good inside, people who are happy, don't want to hurt other people in any way, said Kathy. So maybe we can be a bit of goodness in their lives if they come into our lives. It could make a difference in their lives, maybe even a good, big difference. The one rule can help us do that. So let's do this. Yes, shouted all the guardians. Then they partnered up and went to create their demos. Okay, guardians, who goes first? Asked Pam. I want to go first, said Jenny, since this is all because of me. Jeff is my partner. Maybe your need started this, but we all need it, said Kathy, even me. Our problem is a grumpy father who doesn't like the idea of the one rule for a fundraising event. He thinks they should have a carnival. Here's what we came up with. No way, we always have a carnival. Everyone loves it. I love the carnival too, said Jenny. Everyone has fun there, going to try their luck at the different booths and eating all the delicious carnival food. We have to have a carnival, but I think we can have both. You're a crazy little girl. Do you know how much work is involved in having the carnival? No way can we do both. I know it takes lots of people, lots of work to do the carnival. This won't take very much work. We have the place. We can do it here at the school. There's almost no setup involved. Lots of the kids are interested, even some of the teachers and parents. It doesn't sound good to me. I understand that, but think of how much money we can raise with just a little work. Every student who participates is going to have their whole family come to see them, and friends and neighbors. All those people will buy tickets and goodies during intermission. We'll make a fortune. Kids love to act, to be on stage. They will only need one day to learn how to do this and to perform at night. We could even do a few of these, inviting kids and families from all over town. Kids from other schools already like the idea of the guardians. Well, the guardians is a good group of kids. I guess that is a good idea. You're right about making lots of money. Maybe we can use some of that for the carnival. Yes, that is a great idea. Then Jenny and Jeff took a bow and everyone clapped and hooted. Wow, said Kathy. Awesome use of the one rule for 2-year-olds. We'll have to think of a name for that version of the one rule. We want to go next, said Timmy, Elaine and I. Elaine is Jeff's younger sister and in the same class with Timmy. Here's our problem. Well, my problem. Talking with a mean, bossy teacher during lunch. Here's what we came up with. Elaine is the teacher. Timmy, get over here and sit down. You know you're not supposed to sit on that wall. Oh, Mrs. Jones, I'm sorry, I didn't know that. Don't you lie to me, young man. No one is supposed to sit on that wall. I don't lie, Mrs. Jones. I just never sat on the wall before and it looked like fun. I'm sorry to have bothered you by doing that. Fun? Jeremy fell off that wall and cracked his head open. He was my student, and can you imagine? They blame me for that. His mother, his father, his whole family. They've never stopped blaming me for that. So no one sits on that wall, ever. I don't ever want to catch you on that wall again. Do you hear me? Yes, Mrs. Jones, I won't ever sit on that wall again. I'm glad you explained how dangerous it can be. Well, Yes, I'm glad you understand. You can go and play now. I'm sorry I yelled at you. You go play. Timmy and Elaine took their bow. Everyone clapped and hooted. Great demo, you two. She sure is mean. You were great with her, Timmy. I don't think I'll ever be afraid of her again, said Timmy. Me either, said Elaine. You both did a fantastic job, said Kathy. Come here, Timmy. She gave her son a big hug. I loved seeing how strong and wise you are. It's not easy to deal with such really rude and even mean people. I'm so glad that all of you are understanding how to use the one rule with grumpy adults. I'm glad you're not grumpy, Mom, said Timmy. Me too, said Kathy. Who next? I want to go next, said Ken. I have some good news, and because of that, I want to do something different. I want all of you who want to be my partners in this next demo. As you all know, I'm very involved in scouting. Well, I'm invited to speak at a scouting conference. I've been thinking I'd like to suggest a new badge, the one rule. Wow, Ken. So I want to practice my presentation. This is just going to be the first time. I'll probably want to practice it lots of times. After everyone was settled, I've been invited here to present an idea for a new badge. Even Cub Scouts could start earning this badge. It could go all the way to Eagle Scouts. I learned about it by joining a club called the Guardians. We help keep kids from being bullied and from becoming bullies. I want to propose that we have scout badges for the one rule. Then Ken bowed. That's as far as I can go today. Everyone clapped and shouted, Great work, Ken. You go, Ken, our hero. Awesome, Ken, said Kathy. We'll definitely all work on this. You're going to give a stellar proposal. Awesome idea. Guardians, I am so proud of all of you. On with the show. Who's next? Okay. All right. Now, let's see. Okay. In terms of sharing the one rule, I wonder if no, I'm just gonna let it go. Okay, the other thing I wanted to share with you today, there are a couple of things. For some reason, oh, okay, I know why that's there. I don't, okay, I'm gonna do another screen share. And let's see. Let me find. Okay. Let's see if this works. Okay, good. This is one thing that I do to share the one rule out there in the world. It's been really minimal in terms of what I've done, in terms of sharing it, but it's very important. This is the fourth issue of a magazine. And one way you'll be able to get this magazine is if you sign up with me. I'm going to show you the new website. And if you're already signed up, if you haven't gotten these, you should be getting them. And I'm also going to put them on sites that accept magazines where you can just go and put up your magazine, share it with people. This one is the latest, and I did it in honor of my son and Harmonious Fathers. When before he passed on recently, well, a few months now, I had pretty much made a decision to put my focus on sharing this information about the one rule with mothers, and was thinking in terms of being a motherhood coach. But when he passed on, I realized that's not a good plan. And fathers are very important. It's very important that the fathers know the one rule also, and can be the kind of loving, caring, harmoniously interacting father that he was. So anyway, I put together this issue. In honor of him and in honor of Harmonious Fathers. And we have here Lisa Wasikowski has a couple of articles in here. I've included his sisters put up a page where community and family could post as a collection for his wife and sons. And hundreds of people came writing about how important he was in their lives and how they would like to be more like him. So I've included a number of their posts in this magazine. And Lisa talks about her daughter, who has communicated with him and with my mother and with her grandfather, and sees them and communicates regularly. And then there are several stories that I took out of my first book, which dealt with fathers and their children and finding harmonious solutions to things. Then, anyway, so here we're just going to skim quickly through this so that you can get a sense. This is the fourth. There are 3 before that. And already last week, the idea for the next issue came. So that will be getting put together. So if you haven't gone to the new website yet, I'm going to, when we're done scrolling through the magazine, I'm going to go there and show you. There's already a lot of access to a lot of information. I just realized I need to put up a link there for the a link to the old website so people can go directly there also, because that the company, which is Yahoo, is keeping it up, but they are not allowing any changes to it. So okay, now let's stop this share. Okay, now I want to show you the new website where you can go and sign up and you can get on the list to get everything. Okay, where is that? Here. Oh dear. I wonder if it's going to show up. Okay, let's see. All right, well, it's letting me do this, but it's not working out. It's not showing it properly. Oh, what a mess. What is this all about? Well, we'll just continue on with the messes today. Okay, this little banner over here saying Raising Happy Kids, Harmony Within and Between You. There's just one on there, but this is my son and his wife and their eldest son. I think it was 6th grade graduation picture. Anyway, this is what you will see when you go to the website. Let's see if I can move it along. Let's see. This is where you can sign up and start getting everything that I have to offer. Oh, it's not going to let me show. Okay. This Harmonious Fathers and Baby 2-year-old, I guess grumpy adults would go in there too. Inner Harmony, Miracle Workers, Educators, and Affiliates and Partners. These are all in process of getting put up. But let's see, I'm gonna see if, oh yeah, I can do that. Okay, there's some endorsements. Now, one way that I share this information, these shows get made into podcasts, and so you can click on there and go and listen to whatever podcast you want. Here's a blog you may not know about, and then you can access all my blogs through there. This is the YouTube channel where there are not only all of these videos, but videos, specific topic videos, short, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, like that. And there's going to be more of those. Yeah, including, well, I'm not sure if I'll put up the meditation ones, but yeah. And then how to contact me. So, oh dear. It went to the video page. Let's check that out. Oh, yes. Here's Susan. I coached her on parenting, and on her own, she made this for me. So here's a link where you can go and oh, it's not active right now. Anyway, but you can go there and see her video. It's about 15 minutes. And she even says at the end that this one rule works with husbands also. Okay, now I think that's going to have to be it for today. Well, this is, I guess, finding harmony with a bit of a mess. Not a complete mess, of course, but definitely not what I planned. Yeah, because I always make sure that I have something I can share with you just in case there are no guests. And today I got messages from a number of people that they weren't going to make it. And so, so I got to demonstrate finding harmony with your mess. So I hope you have a great week, and thank you for being involved in this. And I will be sharing how to share this information and what I'm doing to share it. Okay, thanks.